Howdy, Possum Patty here, and I'm just journaling, so come on along. This is my garden journal that I started yesterday, and I wanted to finish it today, but as you can see, it is not finished. There's a little bit of a very, very quiet day today because we had a windstorm last night that lasted into this morning. And when I woke up this morning, I was like, oh, gee, the electricity didn't go out because a lot of times out in the country, the wind brings down trees on the lines and we lose power. So we got up, we had breakfast, cleaned up, and you got it, the power went out. So I was thinking, what could I do? What could I take out into the kitchen and sit by the window and do while the power was out? And the first thing I thought about doing was putting on this trim. I had already stitched the cover all the way around. I just took the Amazon envelope, folded the material over, and stitched around the edge. If you don't stitch with a machine, you could always just glue it. And I added 3 trims across the front, sort of a lacy one, a pink burlap, and another lacy one. And I wanted to add on this trim with the pink daisies on it. And I figured, well, I can just go sew that by hand. As you can see, I just took some purple embroidery floss and just stitched that on by hand. But the purple that I used was all tangled up. And I thought, well, let me just spend a few minutes organizing my little bin here because, you know, I just threw everything in here the other day. So the first thing I did was just gather up colors, like all the yellows and oranges and the browns and the purples and all these really cool variegated ones I bought the other day, and the greens and the white, the black, the gray, and the reds. Okay, so then I have a bag of pieces. I said, well, I could start winding those up. So this is as far as I got with the pieces. So first thing I did was take these little spools I bought at Michael's and put them on these little rings that are from the Dollar Tree. I don't like them, but they're good enough for now. And started rolling up some of these bits and pieces. Couple variegated ones I've got here. So I did the blues, a couple of the pinks, a couple of the purples, the browns. I got one red so far, one black. Black and whites and gray will go on there, and the greens will go here, and the yellows and oranges will go there. So I said, well, I got a good start on that. Now what else can I do? Because I got kind of bored rolling these up. I could do more later, maybe while I'm watching TV, but you know, we didn't have TV. Cable was out, internet was out. So I'll work on this later. So I said, oh, I wanted to paint this jar with the daisies to put on the front. So I sat in the other room, and I just painted this with acrylic. I used acrylic paint. And I made one purple flower, one pink, and one light pink to sort of match the cover. And that took forever. So by the time I did those 2 things, a lot of the day had passed already. And then I said, well, I want to work on the inside. And I had cut these tie-dyed pieces, this pink and this purple. And I couldn't run the machine yet, so I worked on this flower. Let me show you. Where's the material? So I took a piece of this material that I made the cover with, and I cut out one of these pink daisies. And I saw somebody doing this the other day. I think it was Susan Hiles. But to do an embroidery flower, just cut out a flower from the material and then just stitch on top of it. And I said, oh, I can do that. So first thing I did was add some batting to the back. And then I sewed around the edge with the purple. And then I took a light pink and sewed around the edge of each petal. And then I took the darker pink and put a few stitches in the middle. And then I took a tan and a brown and did some of the French knots in the middle, and that's going to go there. So then the power came back on. Yay! And I took this over to the sewing machine and I layered some lace and pink rickrack on the background, which is pink. And then on the pocket I layered a purple sheer ribbon and some rickrack over a strip of this material that I made the cover with. And I sewed up the middle so I'd have my two pockets here. So this is going to be where the spine goes. And so now all I have to do is I'm going to glue this on. Well, maybe I'll glue the background on first. So I am going to glue the inside to the cover. And I think I'm just going to put just some permanent bond on, and then I'm going to put some fabric tack around the edge. Well, this will kind of hold the middle while the fabric tack is going to dry. And I wanted to get the pages done today, but I don't know that I am. Kind of spent a lot of time painting and embroidering. Really was not part of the plan. Well, I mean, part of the plan to paint the mason jar on the cover, but not really to embroider a flower to put on here. But, you know, whatever. It's about the journey, not the destination. It's about the doing and not getting done. Let's see, I'm not quite sure where this is going to go, so I'm going to put this, I think, where the stitches are. And this is just about empty. Can I find something with some glue in it? Let's see. I have all these ones that are just about empty. I'm going to have to open this one up, I think. So when you got the time and nothing much is going on, you seem to take more time doing everything. What you're doing sort of fills up all the time. I know this has plastic on it. I went through this last time. I was wondering why it wouldn't come out. Okay, this is the $1 glue from the Dollar Tree. It's called Foam and Poster Board. It is almost the same as Fabri-Tac, same company. If this isn't enough glue, I could always go back and put some more glue on it, I guess. You could pick up the edges and maybe I'll put some down the middle. And then I need this for that flower. I'll probably just glue that flower on. Make sure I got this right side up so the pockets get on the right side. Have I done that before? Yes, I have. I've put it on upside down. Take it apart because the pockets were upside down. Okay, now for my little flower here. You know, I should have put some batting on here because I could see the words prime on there, but that's okay. It's a junk journal. It's a junk garden journal. You can see the junk. It doesn't matter. I just want to glue that down there. I get my pockets. Yeah, sometimes I put batting, but I figured, oh, this is just a garden journal. Just a garden journal that I spent all day working on. Now I'm going to glue this down, not sew it down. Okay, we'll give that a few minutes to dry. Okay, I took some papers from this Bloomfetti. This is an old pad, Recollections from Michael's. And I cut them down so that they were 12 by 8 and folded them in half. And I think I'm going to make 2 signatures with 3 in each. 12, that's 24 pages. Or maybe I'll add 1 more page in each. And I'm going to sew them in here. And then I'll come back tomorrow and show you the finished product and do the first journaling page. So thanks for coming along today and happy junk garden journaling. Bye-bye now.